Hello everyone. So today is going to be a little short video on how I became a mortgage loan originator. If you guys have me on Snapchat, then you pretty much have been following me throughout like the whole process of it. From me studying to me passing my exam to me getting a job as a mortgage loan originator. And while I was going through my process, a lot of you guys had a lot of questions for me, and I told you guys a video would be coming, so I'm keeping my word, and here is the video. So the first thing that I want to start off by going over is what is a mortgage loan originator. So pretty much a mortgage loan originator is someone who originates mortgage loans for compensation. And then pretty much what I mean by originating loans is you just creating the mortgage loan for the client. So a client calls you, or you go out to see clients and they're interested in it. You tell them what rates you have, what products you have to offer. They like it, then you guys will go ahead and put in that mortgage loan application and then go forth from there throughout the mortgage process. So I will start off by going over pretty much how I got here. I will start off by saying I actually really wasn't interested in this position. Probably not even up to a year ago, I didn't even know that this type of job existed, which is sad. So I will say last year, probably around August, September, October-ish, I was working at Discover in the student loans department, and I wasn't a full-time employee. I was like a seasonal temporary employee. So I was starting to look for another job, and I actually liked working in like the financial industry. Once I worked at Discover, I was like, okay, I wanted to find another bank job. So then I started looking on Bank of America careers, Wells Fargo careers, Chase careers. I actually ended up getting an interview for Bank of America for, I think it was like some call center representative job. I actually did not get the interview for that, and then I ended up getting another interview for Chase for a mortgage loan processor. I actually really did not think I was going to get this job, but they actually called me back after my interview and was like, you got the job, do you want this offer? And I was like, yes, I'll definitely take it. So it's pretty funny too, because I expected to really get the Bank of America job over the mortgage loan originator job because I had no mortgage experience, but on the job like description, it actually did just say that you needed to either have 1 year of customer service experience, which I did have, or 1 year of mortgage experience. So I have been currently working as a mortgage loan processor. And pretty much what I do here is once the loan is already approved, I just request different conditions that we're needing from the client. So let's say if I need the client's most recent 30-day pay stub or their 2019 and 2020 W-2 statements, I'll reach out and say, hey, Mr. and Miss Client, the underwriter has requested this. Do you think you can provide this within the next 3 days? And then once I have all of the conditions for the file, then that's when I'll go ahead and schedule the file for closing, and then the loan is on its way. So that's what I currently do right now. Today is actually my last day as a mortgage processor, and then on Monday, I will actually be working as a mortgage loan originator. So that's kind of how I got up to this point. Just working as a mortgage processor. I was working with the mortgage loan originators at my job, and I actually kind of like that position a little bit more than processing the loans. So that's when I just started to work towards going in that career. And then before I go over the steps on how to become a mortgage loan originator, I do just want to point out that there is a difference in types of loan originators. So you have licensed loan originators, and you also have registered loan originators. I am currently both. I am licensed and I am registered. And I know you guys are like, who are you licensed with or who are you registered with? So it's going to be with the NMLS website. So just how lots of people have social security numbers, when you're in the mortgage industry, you'll have a NMLS ID. That will identify you. So if clients want to make sure that you're legit, they can go on the NMLS website and they can type in your ID number. They can see that you work for who you say you work for, and they can see all the past banking jobs that you've had and all of that information. It's all public. So yeah, so there's a licensed loan originator. So as a licensed loan originator, there's specific requirements that you'll have to follow. I will also get into those as well a little bit more in detail. So the requirements would be like you have to pass your 20-hour course, and then you have to renew your license every year. As a registered loan officer, you actually will not have to do that. So when you're registered, all you have to do is just work for that company, and then that's it. You don't have to do a 20-hour pre-course. You don't have to renew your license or anything like that. So those are definitely the two routes that you guys can go. You want to be in my video? So I'll go ahead and go over the steps on how to become a licensed loan originator. So the first step is you'll want to go on the NMLS website and you'll want to apply for an NMLS ID. That's the first step that you want to do before anything. You get your NMLS ID like right then and there once you make your account and everything. Once you get your NMLS ID, then you'll want to go ahead and sign up for a 20-hour pre-course. So there's not really a specific school or anything like that. It's not really school that you do for the 20-hour pre-course. What I did, I just went online and I typed in MLO 20-hour pre-course, and a whole bunch of websites will come up. You'll probably end up paying like $200 to $500 for the 20-hour pre-course, depending on what website you go with. The website that I personally went with was called On-Course Learning. I did the 20 hours. They have different like ranges on how quickly you can complete the class. They have 7-day classes, 12-day classes, 14-day classes. I ended up doing the 14-day class, and I will tell you it flew by so fast. I was like, dang. So you don't really learn anything, or not, I wouldn't say anything, but it's kind of hard to learn a lot with the 20-hour pre-course. So yeah, you guys can definitely just type in on Google 20-hour pre-course and then choose whichever one you guys feel comfortable with. Once you do the 20-hour pre-course, it is recommended to do an extra 20 hours of studying, because again, the 20-hour pre-course goes by so fast. Like, there's so much information to learn that you can't learn everything you need to learn within just completing the 20-hour pre-course. So what you want to do is you want to get a good study website. The best study website that I can recommend to you guys is called Affinity. Affinity has like 30 something videos that you guys can listen to. They have PDF versions of the videos. There's 15 practice exams. There's like 800 facts on there that you need to know before you take the exam, and then there's like 500 flashcards. That is the best website that I can recommend to you guys for passing it on your first try. I'll also go ahead and link the On-Course Learning 20-hour pre-course and the Affinity study guide down below for you guys. So then once you start studying and you feel comfortable enough to pass the exam, then you'll go ahead and go back on the NMLS website. It does cost $110 for you guys to take the exam. It's kind of pricey. And I also do just want to let you guys know that you have 3 tries to take the exam within 30 days. So let's say if you fail it the first and second time, you have 30 days to cool off, study again, and then retake it. Once you fail it 3 times, instead of waiting 30 days, you'll have to wait 6 months to retake the exam. So you definitely want to make sure that you pass the exam with the 75% or higher on your first or second try, or even your third. But once you hit that third try, you'll have to wait 6 months. And I'm sure you guys don't want to have to keep paying the $110 and wait an extra 30 days or 6 months. So definitely make sure you pass it on your first try. I actually ended up failing it on my first try. I failed it with a 73%, so I was right there. But then when I looked at the date I bought my study prep and the day I took the exam, I was only studying for like 2.5 weeks. So I don't know why I thought I was ready. But I mean, I was almost ready, but I wasn't ready. I failed it. And then I had to wait 30 days. And then I passed the exam again with a 90% with Affinity. So make sure you guys get Affinity. You guys will definitely pass if you study. Once you pass the exam, here comes applying for your license. So I would actually recommend to you guys to probably hold off on applying for your license by yourself. For one, it's pretty pricey. I think when I was looking to apply for my Arizona license, it was like $450 or $60. So you'll probably want to wait off on applying for your license. And here's what I would recommend. Once you take your test and you pass it, you'll want to hook your resume up, put that you recently passed the NMLS, or not the NMLS, it's called a SAFE exam, that you recently passed your SAFE exam and, you're willing, motivated to find a new job in this new career. Once you get hired, or not hired, but once, jobs start getting back to you, you want to ask them, will you guys pay for my licenses? If they say yes, that's great. You'll want to ask them what states will they license you in. Just because whatever state that you're originating loans in, you have to be licensed in that state. Some jobs will probably pay for you to have like 15 to 16 different licenses. And that is a lot of money to pay for on your own. So that's why I definitely recommend to wait and see if your employer will pay for the licenses for you. So those are pretty much the basic steps that I have for you guys on how to get your MLO license. So step 1, apply for your NMLS ID. Step 2, take your 20-hour pre-course. Step 3, study. And then step 4, pass your exam. Step 5, depending on you, wait or go ahead and apply for your licenses, and you guys will apply for your licenses on the NMLS website. Also, in this video, I do want to go over the different types of loan originators that there are. There's 3 different types of loan originators. So the first type is a call center loan originator. So in this type of environment, whatever company you're working for will give you the headset and they'll say, okay, you'll have to call so-and-so clients and ask them if they want a mortgage loan with us. So that one, you're kind of like fishing for your own clients. So if you're interested in that type, I say go for it. The second type of loan originator is what I am. So I am a retail loan officer. So what that means is that I work at a company, they give me the headset, and instead of me going out and looking for clients, the place that I'm working at is actually bringing me the clients. So I actually feel a little bit more comfortable going this route since I'm brand new. I'm not brand new to the mortgage industry, but I'm brand new to the sales position of loan originating. So personally, I feel like for me, if a company wants to bring me clients, it would be a little bit more easier for me. So that is the route that I chose to go with personally. And then the third type is a mortgage broker. So a mortgage broker is for people who are pretty much like entrepreneurs. So you go out and you make your own connections, you find your own clients. The company is not finding clients for you. You're doing that on your own. So you're probably going to be reaching out to real estate agents. Real estate agents are the ones that are helping clients find their dream homes. If you know any real estate agents, you'll want to make connections with them and ask them, hey, you have a client that's looking for a house, if they're looking for a mortgage loan, you know, definitely redirect them to me and I can see about helping them. So that's what you'll be doing as a mortgage broker. All three of them, great types of loan originators. I think that it personally just depends upon what you want and what you feel more comfortable doing. Just know that as a retail loan officer, from the reviews that I've read, a lot of people say that your money is kind of limited because as a retail loan officer, either you're getting paid either a certain amount, like $12 an hour. That's not realistic. I mean, it could be realistic, but just for an example, you're probably getting like $12 an hour, $15 an hour, or whatnot. And then if you're working at like a call center or if you're a mortgage broker, you have potential to make so much more money than a retail loan officer. A lot of times you get paid like 1% of the loan amount. So let's say, for example, if you have a client that has or that's applying for a $500,000 house and you get paid 1% of that commission, that's $5,000 on just that one home alone. Whereas if you work at a call center, or not a call center, a retail loan officer, then you're just getting paid by the hour. So there's definitely a lot of things to look into when you are wanting to become a loan originator. All of it just really depends on your preference, what you feel more comfortable doing, and what seems more interesting or more just fits you better, pretty much. So definitely a lot of research to do there for you guys. I haven't started the position yet. I'm actually starting on Monday, so I'm really pretty excited. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm a little nervous. But to anybody that is wanting to like become a mortgage loan originator, I definitely say go for it. It took me 2 months to pretty much become a mortgage loan originator. And just so you guys know, I actually really didn't have to get my license, but I wanted to get my license anyways, just because I work at a bank. And with the banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, you don't have to be licensed. All you have to do is be registered with NMLS. So right now, even though I am licensed, I'm currently working as a registered loan originator, just so you guys know. Oops. So yeah, but yeah, I definitely say go for it, and you guys can choose too if you want to work as a registered LO or a licensed LO. So those are 2 things that you guys can think about as well. And if you're working as a registered loan officer, I would probably say getting into the field might be a little bit more easier, just because, again, you don't have to be licensed. More than likely what you're going to need is probably maybe a year or 2 of some type of mortgage experience. If you don't have mortgage experience, then I would probably say that you should look for like an entry-level loan officer position. And I only say that because if you go that route, it'll make it more easier for you to get into the field. Because a lot of these jobs really do require you to have, even though you may have customer service experience, they really want people that have sales experience, because that's what you're doing. It is sales. You're selling mortgage loans. A lot of employers want people who have sales experience or mortgage experience. And then if you go the entry-level route, the company that you're going with, they will train you the whole route. So they will help you get your NMLS ID. They will buy the 20-hour pre-course for you. They will help you pass your exam. They will study with you. They will apply for licenses for you. If you find you an entry-level employer that does that, that will be perfect, rather than trying to do it all on your own and spending all the money like I did. So yeah, another thing to think about as well for you guys. But that's pretty much what I have for you guys. Again, if you're interested in this field, I definitely say go for it. No college is required. Some employers do have on their descriptions, like, I think they'll have like a bachelor's degree in finance is like not required, but highly more considerable. But for the most part, you don't have to have a college degree. The most thing that you'll probably have to have is your high school diploma. You'll have to be 18, and for this position as well, you can't have any felonies within the 7 years that you are applying for the license. So if you have a felony within the past 7 years, you'll want to wait until that felony was 7 years ago, and then you'll be able to apply for your MLO license. But yeah, those are also the basic requirements. So 18 or older, no felonies within the past 7 years, and then you'll want to make sure that you have either your GED or your high school diploma. But that's it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys have any other questions for me, you guys can definitely drop them down in the comments below, and I will definitely probably be sure to make a second video for any other questions that you guys have.